step up, and that's why we out here. Just to wake up the Israelite men. Y'all, it's time for y'all to man up, man. Stop being down on this female mentality level. Because somebody's got to be the adult in the situation. If not, you're going to have two kids.
Arguing back and forth.
And nothing's going to get solved. If anything, the police going to come out there and somebody going to jail for domestic violence.
Or even worse, somebody will be shot.
Yeah, and it's all just emotion. Because ain't no dialogue going on. It's all emotion. It's slinging emotion to and fro. No dialogue. So that's why, man. It's time for the men of Israel. Y'all better take them thongs off. Take that makeup off. All this dumb shit Babylon got y'all doing, man. If y'all saw yourself in the mirror, you would be embarrassed. We embarrassed just by y'all being Israelites.
Yeah. That's why the Lord has an elect. So stay tuned to the Spirit. But before we begin, we want to give more praise to glory and honor to much respect to you, brothers out there, preach His word and truth and sincerity throughout four corners of the earth. Tabernacle day, room for elected, split born, and say shalom. Shalom. I'm going to scoop this up just a little bit more. Make sure they can hear us. But yeah, if y'all want to bring out any events,
I got a couple
anything that came out this week.
Okay. Well, Canada, I love y'all. Y'all keep on sticking it to the man. Cause Canada is playing chess, Trump is playing checkers. Two different games. Trump tried to threaten them with 25% tariffs, right? Canada retaliates majorly. Canada said, we're not going tit for tat with these percentages.
Yeah.
We're just going to take all American products off the shelf.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to deal with these tariffs. And they stuck in the ELAM. They charging 100% tariffs on all Teslas sold in Canada. So $100,000 Tesla now will cost you $200,000. So they're only going to sit on the lot. This man is losing $66 million a day. The UK has banned Cybertrucks, deemed them unsafe. China, Tesla sales has dropped 83%, mainly because China has their own version of electric vehicles, and they are way better, way affordable, and more efficient than Teslas. So Elon, hey, don't nobody feel sorry for your goofy ass, and you still making $1 million bottle rockets. You just had one blow up again. The chariots ain't letting you leave this place. You'll never have left, and you never will.
Yeah, they telling you ain't leaving, nigga.
Exactly. That comedian I was telling y'all about, he said that Elon trying to get back home to Mars. That way. So now Trump shaking in his boots. He like, well, man, they showing some real muscle.
What do you expect?
You know what I'm saying? These people just ain't gonna let you. First of all, these people ain't gonna let you just talk any kind of way to them. Number two, they just ain't gonna take it. The fact that you just told them you coming to take their shit.
Yeah.
They ain't taking that, bro.
See, with you trying to make all that money, it backfired on you. The Lord is showing you that in these last days. It's like when somebody's out there, gambling, they got these sports and parlays and stuff. You up. I've been there. You up. Like, man, I made my money back and more. And then you go in and you try to make some more and you lose it all. That's what the Lord is showing with you Edomites, man. Right? The earth is already in your hands. But you don't know. That's why they setting up the MOTV. And I love what the brother brought out with Elon Musk, man. They got other electric vehicles that have way more tech in it, that charge faster, that's more efficient than the Teslas out here now. Right? China's doing it big. I could be wrong. I believe Korea's doing it big.
Yep.
They're doing a lot better than Tesla now. That's kind of what happens. Moab gets his hands on some stuff and he makes it more efficient. Which Esau, he could make it more efficient, but he wants to charge you more if he's going to make it more efficient.
That greed.
Yep, that's why a lot of these vehicles that Babylon the Great doesn't get, you know, they ban them for a reason, because they blow every American vehicle out the water.
Yeah, you're right. That's why America did it on purpose. They banned Chinese electric vehicles because they're more efficient and overall they're more affordable.
Yeah.
See, that Esau ain't having that. You ain't finna get rich on the land I stole.
Yeah. I want to get the scripture real quick, and brother got anything up go ahead. Sirach 10 verse 9, why is earth and ashes proud? There's not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such one selleth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casts away his bowels. Right? This is a covetous man. He wants it all. The earth is already in your hands. What more can you ask for? No, he wants to be like the Most High, like the scriptures speak of. Right? That's why the scriptures speak of, you know, old thou Lucifer, which is talking about Esau, Edom. Right? You go into Lucifer, it means bright bearer. Right? You got this intelligence, right, which the Lord has blessed you with. Right? But it's wickedness. So what we're seeing, the Lord's going to shoot you down like lightning. That's what's happening right before our very eyes. Like the Lord said, these other nations not going to tit for tat. They're just going to take away your product.
Matter of fact, China did the same thing. They counseled over $600 billion in product coming to the United States. China said, we're not doing that childish shit. Get it from somebody else. Until you get your mind right.
Yeah.
And y'all forget that over 98% of all pharmaceuticals and over-the-counter meds come from China. So they can stick it to the citizens real hard if they want to, just by cutting off all medicine. And watch you have withdrawal symptoms. That's when them zombies gonna come out.
Hey, them transformers out there that on the daily have to take those medications to keep their hormones balanced to be whatever gender they want to be, right? We're prepared to see those dinosaurs out here, man.
Yep.
Running wild.
And China said they are ready to go to war with America. China just came out and said, hey, bro, it's whatever. Because they tired of the United States. The whole world is tired of Trump.
In fact, I got that article right here. China says, China ready for war. China threatens America with any type of war and will fight to the end as Trump's terrorists begin. All right, so these other nations, just in general, are not playing with Babylon the Great. You over here fighting with your allies, putting tariffs on them. Make it make sense, man. Why are you putting tariffs on us? It's like, yeah.
Are you good?
Go ahead.
It's time for you to go down, man. You got Isaiah 14 and verse 9. It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. They have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say, art thou become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? That's what these nations are saying. You weaker than these nations now, and they know what you about. So that's why they're ready for war. That's why they're ready to do what they're about to do. You know, I also see the article where Canada said they was ready to turn off the power.
Yeah.
You know, how do they have access to the power grid of America? They are real close to each other, but that lets you know what type of time they on. Right? The hell is at a low condition, a low state. You know, it's not a physical place where you die, you go to where you committed all these sins and you just burn it forever. No, man, hell's about to beat you, Esau. You about to go down, right? You had your glory. You had your time of running shit. Now these nations, they ready to overtake your ass. This verse 11 says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the doors of thy vows, and the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Right? Worms are another thing for like decay. You pick up a rock that's been sitting for a long time, you'll see what worms, what do you call them? Roly-polies is probably another name for it. But you know, that's what time we in. You know, Esau's kingdom is decaying. That's why nothing that he does, it works in his favor. Everything that he does, it backfires. Everything.
Yep. I got a scripture on that, bro. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. The Lord hath mingled up a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. That's why they can't get right, especially in these days. Everything they doing is making the condition of Babylon and America's position with, as far as the rest of the globe, making it worse. They can't get right. Every move they make, hey, they getting checkmated in every move they make. And one more comment on Canada. It's a few states. It's Michigan, Minnesota, and some parts of New York.
Yeah.
They're tied to the Canadian power grid. And Canada said that they're going to charge 25% tariffs on all power going to those states, and they reserve the right to shut it off at any given time.
Woo. Another thing they doing, they're coming after you people that's committing crimes and having to do 20, 30 years of time. Instead, they're coming out with a grain of rice, a grain chip that's going to basically rehabilitate you to make your sentence shorter. This is a little article from Wired. It says the prisons of the future, criminals could get false memory implants. If you're a sci-fi fanatic, you have definitely seen somewhat or exaggerated conceptualization of the future, including flying cars everywhere, everyone swapping their daily clothing items for robotic suits, advancements in AI, and habitation and different planets. While some of those have come to life, others still on their way to becoming a reality. From concept among them is Cognify. Look up Cognify when y'all get a chance. A rehabilitation facility conceptualized to replace traditional prisons by embedding artificial memories permanently in addition to an additional own experience. By Yemeni molecular biologist and scientist commentator AHSHAWAR. They basically, brothers that's in jail and that's going to jail serving 20, 30 years, they're going to put this chip in your brain that'll cause you to forget all the crimes that you did and make your mind more suitable to come back out here and socialize with people instead of being locked up in these jails. So they coming for you brothers in these jails too, to put these chips in your minds, man. And I'm going to get a scripture for that as well, real quick. This is going to be Joel chapter 3. No, it's not Joel chapter 3, Salakia. It says 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. A lot of brothers is going to be so ready to get out of that jail, man, that they going to take that shit. And it's going to destroy your mind after that, man. And a lot of people also with this MOTB, that's what it's all coming down to. All of you people getting controlled by these chips, man.
If you survive the
do a bunch of drugs.
Yeah.
Now, what movie did they put that in, that scenario he just read about? A lot of y'all might not remember this movie, but it was a movie came out in the 90s or the 2000s called Demolition Man. Watch that movie. It's about this guy, Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes in it. Good ass movie. It's about Wesley Snipes was a crime lord, and they rehabilitated him through cryogenics, and they programmed his mind with stuff that he couldn't do before. Like he knew all kind of martial arts that he didn't know before because of that chip they put in him. They programmed him new skills. Like Sylvester Stallone, he killed a bunch of people by accident. He was a cop, so they put him in a cryogenic prison. And then when they thawed him out, he had new skills. This dude can knit a sweater out of yarn, and he didn't even know why he knew how to do it. That was part of his rehabilitation program. Part of the things they put in his mind while he was frozen. Now, Mind you, that's a movie. This is real life. This has never been done before. So all these people they talking about doing this too, y'all are the new lab rats because it's never been done before. Who knows the long-term and short-term side effects of this, even if you survive the procedure. So y'all might want to think twice about this. Plus the Lord said if you do it, he gonna kick you.
A lot of J's gonna be down with it, bro, because they gonna want to be out here instead of serving that time. Even you serving that amount of time, man, that's not even good. Esau giving you 100 years, 20, 30, 40 years, man.
That's no
You
mercy.
serve your judgment and get out. You don't have to be in there all the time like that, but that's how he knew he wanted to keep, especially you Israelites, he wanted to keep you at the bottom of the barrel, bro. So he gonna put you in the jail and gonna put plenty of numbers on. That's why a lot of Jakes done went up saying a lot of judges' heads over the past few years, man.
Right. And the elder brought something out about Ancestry.com, which we always knew to be true, but he had a female Edomite actually say it and confirm it. In this video, this Edomite woman said, Ancestry.com and DNA, we use that to look for the bloodlines of those dead kings that's coming back to take us out. She said that. We told y'all they looking for the bloodlines, the true Israelites through DNA. So yeah, that you 13% Korean and all that other bullshit is just that bullshit. You are whatever your father
Ain't
is.
no mixing that.
Go to Numbers 118. Whatever your daddy is, that's what you are.
I got a whole bunch of cousins in that bullshit, man. All mixed with this, I got this. I'm like, you a dumbass idiot, man. This is when I first came to the truth. It's like, you a dumbass. You are whoever your father is. It's just plain and simple. You claim that you're a Christian. Well, I give you Numbers 1 and 18. What does that say? And still to this day, they dumbass. Christians just hear what they want to hear, see what they want to see. But I want to get this scripture real quick, laying back to the MOTB that being put inside you. This is one of the judgments for it. Not only is you going to die a fiery death, but the Lord allows you to see that. You're going to get cancer, which I'm going to read Revelation 16 and verse 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and it fell and noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. See that? Let's talk about cancer. You're going to get cancer on you. They've done so many researches, even with the animals, that they put the little MOTB in, like the little trackers. Even Elder Apostle DeBar had did a lesson just last year, if I'm not mistaken, about all these people putting the little trackers in the animals. They don't live long, right? They might live for a little minute, but they don't live long, right? This is what's going to happen to the majority of our people out here, the majority of people in general that take that thing, because it's emitting, if I'm not mistaken, it's emitting just like your phone, right? Radiation throughout a lot, right? That's why, in other states, if I'm not mistaken, like France and stuff, other countries and stuff, for an Apple phone has to ship with some headphones in it, right? Because you put your phone against your head, that's a lot of radiation. That's why they tell you don't sleep around your phone, keep your phone away from you. It's a lot of radiation, so you put that little thing in your body, you're asking for it, man.
They actually got some underwear, man. They call ESD resistant underwear. And when you put your phone in your pocket, your phone affects your genitalia.
Yeah.
So you buy these drawers, it blocks the radiation from affecting your genitalia, because the vast majority of the population, they just put their phone in their pocket and keep it moving. That radiation is affecting your genitalia, whether you female or male. So that could further explain the cancer. Pretty much, to make it short, if the Lord wanted you to have a chip in you, you would have been born with it. That's your body rejecting something, a foreign object. Cancer is one of those products.
dizziness, disorientation, weakness and fatigue, hair loss, bloody vomit and stools from internal bleeding, infections, low blood pressure, man.
I just rather live with the cancer. Because that's much worse. Think about it. I had an uncle. My uncle lived in Atlanta. He was fine with cancer. His wife talked him into going to chemo. He lost his hair, he lost his weight. Two weeks later, he was at his funeral. But he had the cancer for years. I don't know if it was dormant, but that radiation made it active.
I mean, look at Godzilla. They show you all the time in the movies. He's literally a walking radiation bomb. You get around him, you gonna die literally. You know, they showed you that in one of the latest movies that came out last year.
The New Empire.
No, it was the Japanese man.
Godzilla -1.
-1, yeah. They showed you that in that one.
Yeah, this dragon, I'm gonna just call him a dragon. This dude can emit he's born with a nuclear weapon. It ain't no missile though. He can focus nuclear laser fire and kill anything. And everybody knows that Esau stole that from the Bible. That's his version of Leviathan, yes. Godzilla, he comes and goes. Nobody knows where he goes. But he'll come out of nowhere and defend the earth against titans or against any type of threat. That's the role of Leviathan. That's what Leviathan is about to do to you Edomites, because you are the threat of the earth. But it's on the Lord's time.
And they show you that. Matter of fact, pretty much all the nations, for the most part, have a story about Leviathan. They show you on these maps. I remember even growing up, because mainly we got the maps on our phone, but growing up, you know, they showed you all these maps, and will have the compass, and under it, if I'm not mistaken, was Leviathan under it. Why does every map have Leviathan in it? Right? Because some people have seen it. Some people may have not seen it, but they seen his destruction. A lot of nations, you know, they got stories about it. Right?
And I was thinking just now, like, at the time of gold, when the Lord flooded the earth, like, he was around back then. He probably was eating people as soon as they was drowning when it started raining.
Hey, wouldn't be surprised, man.
It's only an act of YASHAMIAHLA. Think about it like this. How can something that huge just disappear off the face of the earth and then reappear at his will? That's only the Lord right there. Because if it wasn't of the Lord to make him go into hiding whenever nobody can find him, Esau track him. Track him to his house, find out where he's going, and then ultimately try to kill him. That's what Esau does. Esau loves to try to kill what he don't understand.
Matter of fact, they show you just the new empire.
Trying to kill him.
Yeah, they always show you in these movies. They go into the under earth, whatever they call it, and travel, and they end up dying themselves trying to track them. You know?
They can't even go all the way to the bottom of the ocean. It's too much pressure there. They suffer when you go to a certain level. They submarines, all their boats and stuff. They start bursting. They go that far down. And then you can only go so far down as well. Your body will just burst.
Because the weight of the water is very heavy. So you at the bottom of the ocean, you got the weight of the water and water pressure. It's gonna crush that submarine just like an empty aluminum beer can.
Like it happened to them millionaires 2 years ago. Goofies. I believe they call it the hand of God, something like that. And it just crushes you like that.
Yeah, that's just goofy. Who the hell gonna trust somebody driving a submarine with a PlayStation controller?
PlayStation controller.
You know how many glitches you got the floating thing in the controller what they call it, drift.
Yeah, drift stick.
Yeah.
Eventually where the controller messes up and it doesn't you're not able to control it right. You're trying to go right, it goes left.
Exactly. That's probably what happened to them. They got a drift stick. Or they didn't change the batteries out there to do that. So they went down there with some dead batteries in the controller. And it cost you your life. That's a shameful death, Esau. Shame.
And like Baxter, stop. The scientists will talk.
And the thing is, when that happened, man, I was into it too. Man, so many people put out so many memes and stuff out there when it happened. I mean, really, the most of the people were out there laughing at you. Really. You know, because really that submarine, it wasn't fortified. It really wasn't built. It was more like a test machine. You know? You couldn't go like a submarine. You gotta go to the military for real. Not no, what you call it, family owned,
That was exactly what it was. Military submarines are built to go. I mean, they can't even go to the bottom.
Yeah,
they can go deep because they are built to withstand that pressure and the weight of the water. Everything wasn't built like that because they got layer on top of layer on top of layer. That little plate submarine they had, it probably had 1 or 2 layers. So it got easily crushed by the weight of the water. But they didn't think it through, especially going down there with a damn PlayStation 3 controller. It didn't look like a 4 or 5. It looked like a 3. What else going on in the news?
This one he was talking about the starship, especially when that shot down by them chariots too, man.
Yeah, they didn't even shoot it down. They just used spiritual power and it blew up.
Just in their presence, you know?
Man, there was something celebrating out there, man. And then they even come straight down. It was like they were in the angle when they got, they broke it into pieces or whatever they did to it. Because you can really see that these chariots, man, they making themselves known, coming out of the waters, coming out of volcanoes, coming out of anywhere, man. You know, and y'all actually believe that the Edomites hold that kind of power, huh? Y'all think Blue Green Men hold that kind of power in Israel, huh? Y'all about to find out who really on them chariots here soon, man.
Yeah, they about to find out. Oh, this one, go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, you also have a red blood moon coming on the Pesach, right, in Passover. And I also have this right here, Big Brother Ford awarded patent to snitch to cops when you speed. So some of these new Ford cars, man, and it's big over here. Ford is pretty big over here in Louisville, Kentucky. That's gonna, hey, when people get a whiff of that, if they're smart, they're not gonna buy these new cars too. So that's another reason why the economy down here is gonna plunge.
That's why the Bible calls them children of food.
Yeah.
Esau shoots himself in the foot every day, all day. Who's gonna buy a snitch? Nobody. Who wants to further the oppression of Esau? You gonna pay for a snitch? You gonna make monthly payments on the snitch? Are you insane?
He always wish like, snitch because he's a snitch himself, man. He ready to tell us, I'm ready to tell somebody right damn now. That's how he talking, bro.
Remember 1-800-CRIME Stoppers? Tip too. Back in the day when he was young, he did a commercial for Crime Stoppers.
I thought you was hard, Tip.
You know what I'm saying? No, he ain't hard.
He ain't hard.
That ain't their first time snitching either. He got caught with guns twice. And he was a 7-time felon before he even got into rapping. And only got a year probation. Yeah, you done said something to somebody.
You did
The
something.
Georgia don't play about them gun laws. So yeah, he been singing. But what I want to bring out is that they're about to set a trap for Israelites. They're about to set a trap for the James because it's now in the talks. They're talking about pardoning Derek Chauvin. Now, for y'all who don't know who that is, that's the cop who murdered George Floyd.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
So they want to trigger you Israelites to get in the street and wild out, which we told y'all this years ago. They want you to wild out so they can declare martial law. And the cherry on top for Esau is that he gets to blame you. You won't sit down. You destroy the cities. That's why I got to lock you down. But no, it's a trap from the beginning. And America, not only America, but the whole world is now asking the question, why are black people not upset about what's going on in politics on the global stage, et cetera, et cetera? And the answer is this. I listened to a video. This woman made a very good point. She said, we tired of fighting. We've been fighting and marching since the 50s and 60s. Nothing has changed. Look how many times you people have thrown in our face and told us to our faces that this is your country. Okay, go fight for your own shit. Because we tired. We ready to go home. We know that Esau has no intention of doing right. So we just want it all destroyed and his ass back on the bottom so we can truly live and enjoy life. As long as this man is in charge, this man is anti-life, anti-happiness, anti-unity. He's all these things. He loves chaos. And for those out there who think Trump is really this stupid, y'all just as stupid as he putting on. Ain't nobody this stupid. All these moves are intentional. This man wants to destroy this economy. Y'all need to accept that. Because look how many times he's been told the people gonna have to pay for these tariffs, but they still going in effect. So that's his goal, to destroy this economy.
Because I seen it to where he said, this ain't my fault. I had nothing to do with it.
One man.
Come on now.
You forgot, you don't remember? He remembers.
He remembered this man.
Playing stupid in front of y'all.
This man playing stupid, and y'all eating it up. Y'all believing that he this stupid.
Oh, he's mentally incompetent. No, he's not.
Okay, if that's the case, why y'all still following stupid? If all he doing is making stupid moves, America, fight for your own shit. Why don't you impeach him?
I think y'all would have learned from Joe Biden. They called him Sleepy Joe for a reason. You know, y'all should be even more angry this time. You know,
Different realities. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say. I also want to go back to the example that the brother gave about our people being tired of fighting. You know, I even saw that when I was out here on the highways and byways when the George Floyd and what's her name? Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
Right? It was wild out here in these streets to the point where I had to pick a different camp spot. I had to go with this. I was over here trying to find out different camp spots because I knew through the spirit, these people are not in the spirit to listen, right? I knew that, and the Lord was perfect in giving me more examples, you know, showing the brothers how they were moving and showing how these other camps, they were in the midst of that. You know, they were in the midst trying to preach to Jake, hey man, don't you know you're Israelite? Why you out here protesting? You should be out here with, no, these people don't want to hear that, man, right? And so us, we been tired. That's why we out here on the highways and byways preaching this word, because we know what's coming. We not gonna be like y'all and be over here carnal. See, y'all carnal, y'all people that y'all gonna break down this kingdom by carnal means. No, this is a spiritual matter. That's why we out here on the highways and byways, because we're making a carnal relationship, because we know what's coming down the pipeline. This man has shown you time and time again, he's gonna continue to lie to you. He's gonna continue to cause death, mayhem, and pain upon the people. What's the point of fighting? Fight over here.
See, Jake is like wild animals, man. You see a wild animal like a lion or a gorilla, and they bad, you know, they attack it. There's nothing you can really do, but put it there. That's what the Lord got to do with Jake, and he's going to use Esau to do it. Matter of fact, and I believe in South Carolina, they did a firing squad, or they're going to do it on somebody. So that's what they're going to do very soon against the will of the Lord and a lot of you Israelites that's out here. You know, wow. We ain't got time.
This man wants to put drug dealers to death.
Yeah, that's what
Okay, why don't you go after J.P. Morgan? He owned a ship that brought tons of cocaine. Put him down first.
See, he ain't talking about Edomites. He ain't talking about himself. He's talking about Jakes.
Why don't you go after Walgreens, fucking CVS? You know, they the real drug dealers, the CIA, the FBI. You know, Esau's the one who got control over this shit. Now, Jake, you just using Jake as a forefront of it, as the face.
Matter of fact, they showed you that in, what's that Netflix series? They were over there in Kansas.
Ozark?
Oh, yeah, Ozark.
Oh, money laundry.
Yeah, money laundry. How they showed you at the end of the thing, right? Issachar was running it, and at the end of the thing, Esau was running it.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to put drug dealers to death, You gotta put your own self to death, but he's not gonna do that.
Yep.
He's the one that's controlling. He's the one that's distributing all the drugs. Right? See that?
They show you that Snowfall too.
Snowfall too.
They got that his name was Teddy on Snowfall. You can watch, I believe, on like Hulu. And I seen the whole thing, man, that the CIA agent, or he was a former or something like that, he was behind the whole thing. You know, he's majority of it. So you can see that, you know, Jake is the one actually out here doing things, but Esau's, you know, giving him commands behind the scenes. He's making deals with him, and Jake making deals with him, and he ends up, you know, going behind your back. That's how Esau deals.
There's
You don't
nothing
play
new under
fair,
the sun.
man.
Look at, you remember when they was doing them smash and grabs?
Yep.
There was an Edomite couple behind that. Because all they were showing was Jake in the news doing the smash and grabs running out the stores. But they were selling all this stolen merchandise to two Edomites who got busted with all that shit in their house. There's nothing new under the sun. That movie Strapped, that came out in 94, 95, where they were selling guns in the street, two Jakes. But who was bringing the guns to the Jake? An Edomite. Sell in the hood. Upcharging and everything. This man get $200 blocks and sell them for $1,400.
Man, he cut it up.
Like a bug, bro.
He cut it up. They showed you that in the show called The Shy, right? And pretty much in like some of the beginning episodes, they were going to these containers where these trains were at, and it was getting out the blocks that way too, showing you that Esau Edom drops them in there too.
Yeah.
You know, that's planned for you to kill yourselves.
A report came out that said 23 states had cops selling guns and drugs on the streets illegally. And that's the only ones that they know about. So I'm sure it's way more than that.
Probably all the states.
It's got to be, because this is one country. But they believe in these imaginary lines called state lines. Which don't make no sense to me, because how is something illegal in this state but illegal in another state? United States, my ass, ain't nothing united about these states. Because there are different laws in different states. Some of these states are not even states. They're commonwealths.
Like this piece of shit right here.
Yeah, Kentucky is a commonwealth. Virginia, Pennsylvania, commonwealths. Totally different set of laws. For example, in Virginia, when I was stationed in Virginia Beach, they told us, if you're gonna buy a car here, you better read that fine print, because they can legally charge you up to 300% APR.
See that?
You'll never pay that car. All your money going towards interest. But it's legal in the state, in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
We talk about laws and stuff like that. I just found out about something, I think it's called Elodian laws or something like that. It's basically where you get like, they tell you can so-called get approval from Esau as far as about not having somebody there to take it overrode. But that's some bullshit, man.
Talking about that gold card.
I forgot what it is called, Elodian law or something like that. I seen something anybody talking about it. It's an old video though, you can tell, so they probably took it out. It's called a Elodian law, Elodian title or something like that, to where you own the house or you own the car. You got to get it approved though, but they can deny it. And even if you get it approved, they gonna still, if they want your land or they want your car, they'll take it from you. So on anything.
They're going to get money out of you regardless, because in some states, your car got to pass emissions tests. And they charge you for that. I'm like, why am I paying for a test? Shouldn't this already be done at the dealership before I buy a car? Because that's how they deem a car as being safe or unsafe. Emissions. This should have already been done before I bought the car. Why I gotta pay for it?
See, I looked it up
Decrees.
on Google. It says, no, there is no true allodial land in the United States just because the U.S. government can take land through eminent domain.
Yo,
You don't own nothing.
you don't.
Everything is borrowed, and you gotta pay it back with interest.
So my thing is this. If that law is true, that means that once they stole it from the Indians, the Edomites don't even own it. But they do.
It's just the ones at top. And they deem it worthy. Oh, we want this from our own people. Or you Jakes over here, they can take it.
That's how how wicked this man is. He'll tell you free, and he'll make it sound all good, but then when you try to exercise that so-called freedom, nope, sign this, sign that, pay this, pay that. That's how this man operates. You gotta go through all these hoops and damn obstacles to get to what you
When you get through that paperwork, your wrist hurting from signing all the papers, and you broke because you got to pay all these fees. You see what I'm saying? Esau's unfit to rule, man. That's why this dude got to go. That's why the whole world is standing up saying enough of this clown.
You know how when you said something, they do a test on your car to make sure it's working right. If you do it at the little brakes thing, they tell you to put your signal on, put your foot on the gas. Damn, if the car was made right, why you telling me to do all that in the first place?
Exactly. It's a way to charge you. It's the way to get money out of you. This man charges for everything.
See, that's why the other nations, they're going to get their ass whooped in the kingdom. But after that 1,000 years, when Esau Edom was done away with, they're going to be very thankful. Because they're going to see our ways as very profitable. See, we don't have no fine print. We're not going to move on emotions, right? You other nations are going to get your lands back. But of course, Jacob's going to be ruling, right? We're not going to tell you that the world is too crowded. You know, they even did like a little simulation where pretty much all the people in the world can fit in the city of New York, man.
Wow. I see that.
You see that? But this man has the nerve to tell you, we brought this out plenty of times. This man has the nerve to tell you that the earth is overpopulated. No, he loves death. He loves destruction. He loves control. He wants to tell you what to do and what you cannot do. He wants you to go through all this paperwork and still renege on it. He's showing you that time and time again with Gad and Reuben. Renege on it. Right? Even with the Jakes that got their paperwork. You know, Issachar, Ephraim, right? They get their paperwork. This man is threatening to deport you anyways, right? You was born here. You're Issachar. You're Ephraimite. Threatening to deport you anyways, man. So this man moves on unfair terms. That's why the scriptures say, never trust thy enemy.
I got Daniel 8:25. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And the vision of the evening and the morning, which was told, is true. Wherefore shut thou up the vision, for it shall be for many days. And we in these days now, where you seeing all this man's paperwork, his craft, all of that that's prospering in this world to keep people destroyed, man. To keep his hand right in your back pocket, man. You know? So that's how Esau set up. He's gonna be a whipping stick to a lot of the Israelites, man.
They about to find out though.
Oh yeah.
Because this man finna take y'all Social Security. So how you gonna pay your bills when you're too old to work?
Yeah. That's part of that DEI, you know. A lot of times they use it for Jake, but that also goes for older people.
It's for Edomites.
For Edomites, yeah.
That's what it's for real. Because now the Edomites are the victims. They the victims. They can't find jobs no more.
You ain't never seen so many Edomites cry like you've seen in the first couple of months of this so-called new year, man. They've been crying, tears of bricks coming out their face. You know why? Because they ain't never been in adversity. They always felt like they would never see adversity. But now that adversity is starting to switch over to them, they start to get curses moved from us to them. You know? That's what they're feeling, man.
That's why we so chill. We know we are powerless. The Lord said that we would have no might in our hand, paraphrasing the scripture. So we cool with that because we tired of fighting. We want to see what you Edomites gonna do. Fight for the shit you stole.
Yeah.
Where you at? Come out of them cars crying, make a video. I see y'all protesting at the state capitals and whatnot. But sooner or later, somebody gonna kick in at the White House door.
Go crazy, man.
Hey, they gonna do it for real.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
gonna
gonna
do
be
it.
staged this time.
They got a hate group growing right now in Nashville.
I see that.
You seen it?
Yep.
So yeah, Go on, get all your little F-150 buddies together.
That's what makes them happy.
Y'all go ahead and get drunk and take that ride to Washington, man. Show us what y'all about. Show us how it's done.
Yeah. It says whites are going through massive job losses. It's right here, yo.
Curses.
Blacks been so-called blacks been the first ones fired and the last ones hired for years.
Exactly, bro. That's all we know. So, you expecting a reaction out of us? No, that's all we know. We know our enemies. We know y'all sensitive, emotional. We know y'all racist. And we know y'all hate us. So, I mean, us knowing that, we gonna save our energy.
Peace of mind because of
Exactly.
What about God loves all?
We gonna see. We gonna show you some love.
this OG yesterday, man, and I was talking to him about how, because he think that America gonna prosper and all of that, and I'm like, you said you read the Bible, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, so why is the will of the Father that this place be destroyed then, if you know the scriptures? And he like, why? He like, how come all of the Israelites that teach, why doesn't us talking about this destruction bother us?
Because we looking forward to
We
it.
looking forward to this.
We're
day,
tired of
man.
Esau.
He
You know
like,
what's
I
gonna
can't let
happen.
that get in my mind because I got PTSD and I will get into a real emotional state of mind thinking of destruction like that.
We don't
I'm
have
like,
faith, man. We have faith that we know what's to come.
It ain't time for all that freaking out. That comes later.
You know what's this ain't the end all be all. If you think this is the end all be all, you gonna crash up.
I was gonna say we got brothers that came from the army, came from the military, man. Right? This brother right here. Come on now.
Grace under pressure, man.
You know?
You gotta develop that. That's a skill. That's a mental exercise. Grace under pressure. You have to practice that and build it up. You can't just have grace under pressure overnight. If you easy to freak out over little shit, you ain't gonna last in these last days.
Right. Right. You ain't gonna last, man.
And then, worse than that, first and foremost, before you build that grace under pressure, grace under fire, you gotta build your faith
Yep.
in this. That's what's gonna get you through.
That's why you gotta read the scriptures. That's why you gotta listen to apostles and elders and brothers on down. You gotta listen to the videos, man.
Hey,
Right? If you're not out here on the highways and byways, as I was telling Jake the other day, that came, was asking me questions. Like, if there's brothers in your city, go meet up with those brothers. See if he was called to preach the word. Not every man is called to preach the word, but I've seen time and time again, in my short time in this walk, men have used that to their detriment. Oh, I'm not called to preach the word, but you can see through the spirit you are called. You just lollygagging, you just don't want to do the work. So that's
pussyfoot, man.
Yeah, pussyfoot, man. So I told the brother, hey, there's brothers close to you, meet up with them, get built up in the spirit. Apostle Dawar said it takes like 6 months to get this word and teach what is taught and teach what you know, and the Lord's going to build upon it, man.
you can know a couple of scriptures, like 5. You can do a video, couple videos throughout the week on those couple of scriptures. Just talk about it. Show what you know.
Yeah, and the
Bring
Lord
out
will,
everything, but all at once. But just bring out what you know. That's all you gotta do.
yeah, the Lord will build upon that. From my first time starting out to now, hey, it's a whole different person, man. That's how it's supposed to be.
I personally don't understand the hesitation. Because if you truly believe this word, you should feel obligated to get out here and do this work. You should feel obligated to serve the throne because Yahweh YASHAMIAHLA is about to give you a second chance. And that doesn't come around every day. Look how many of our forefathers have lived and died, waiting to see what we are about to see. They thought it was going to happen in their lifetime. No, we are lucky enough that it's going to happen in ours.
Yeah. Gorilla Hebrew.
Yeah.
Mr.
Oh, yeah. My bad. I got started.
Mr.
But the elder made a good point on that too. He said, we at vocab. He said, I promise you, if there was a GMS member, he would have been chopping and screwing that video like DJ Screw. Straight up. He saw it. But the elder said that just further proves that GMS are the real targets.
Yes. Because Vocab Malone and Chief Priest, Sicario, all them, you know, they get up and start to chopping up with each other, man. You know, they'll do debate videos. You know, I guess he feels as though he do a little exposing video, he probably won't have anybody to talk to anymore. And because the man of Great Millstone, I'm not going to deal with you. It's a waste of time. When you see that a man has no wisdom, it's a waste of time when you go back and forth. I heard the scripture speak of no debating. The truth does not have to be debated.
Now, keep debating. There's the truth and there are lies.
Yep.
That's not a debate. A debate is when you got more than one truth and you're trying to figure out which one is more valid. The lie is automatically disqualified. Therefore, there is no debate.
Yep.
I got Titus 3:9. But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. There's no edification coming out of it. It's all a waste of time, man. That's why brothers ain't debating, man. And plus, there's no need to debate against what's evident.
Exactly.
It's evident, so there's no need to even go back and forth with it.
Debating, that's a female spirit. And it's all based in ego. You can just watch Assad and Deacon Akar. Egos. That's what, and that leads back to pride. So no, we're not doing that. And we also know that Israelites are trending on the internet, social media. So if y'all ain't talking about us, y'all ain't getting no views. So that's why y'all keep shit going. Because y'all need views. Because your channels are monetized.
Christians.
Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge, man. You're not going to go back and forth with none of you cats, especially if you're not talking about this 100% truth, man. You know, that's dead now. You want to stay in that 2/3 lot, or if you just in that lot because the Most High got you there, hey, it'll just be a waste of time going back and forth with any of you cats, man. You just walking wood, and you got a bunch of gasoline on you ready for that fire, man.
I'm gonna get this scripture for Gorilla. Right, any brother that's moving in that type of spirit, right? Is allegedly he's getting his cheeks cut by another woman. Right? That's embarrassing. That is still sodomitish behavior.
Yep.
Even though it's not a man, it is still sodomitish behavior.
Gorilla clapper.
It's damn.
You're right. Even though it was a woman, it still takes a sodomite spirit to engage in that stuff. So, you ain't off the hook, bro.
Yeah.
How do you feel good about, letting her up in your ass?
But see, he was trying to please her. He was trying to make her happy. And this right here, gentlemen, y'all better remember this. If your woman asks you to do some shit like that, she obviously does not respect you or see you as a man. Because a respectful, shame-faced woman would never ask her man to do something like that.
That's hard, man. That's the wine of Babylon. She's worked out, and he said, if I'm not mistaken, he goes after those women that have the resting bitch face, that have that loud spirit. You ask for that. It makes sense. Because for years, right? He asked for that, and it makes sense because for years, brothers have gotten on him about, hey, brother, Nazarite vow is only supposed to be for a certain sect of time, right? It's not supposed to be forever, right? We're in this time where you have to celebrate the Passover, right? And you go into the Nazarite vow, you have to, you're not supposed to eat grapes or drink wine, right? So when the Passover, and you clearly celebrating the Passover, you're supposed to cut your hair, right? So it makes sense why he wanted to have his hair long. You know, that's a womanly spirit, right? And he wanted to act all hard in front of all the brothers, but behind the closed doors, allegedly, he's getting his cheeks clapped, man. He's getting his hair pulled and all that shit. You know? Make this, man. That's embarrassing.
She pulling this with his hand in the back end.
Yeah, come on, man. That's wicked, man.
But yeah, hey, yo, the signs were always there.
Yeah.
Because I watched a few Guerrilla Hebrew interviews. Like I said, he said that the question was asked if he was locked up, would he want to be locked up with the Israelites or the Crips? He said the Crips. So it's obvious that he wants to remain a product of Esau. He wants to remain Esau's creation. Esau created Bloods and Crips. The Lord created Israelites. He didn't want to be that. He still wanted to be connected to Esau's world. He still wanted to be a creation of Esau. And now you see it in full fruition. This man has sodomite tendencies. This man is a liar. This man is a false accuser. Look at all the shit he said about our apostles and elders. And he found out just like Sister Polite did. Exactly.
I got Ecclesiastes 18 and 30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies that malign thee. So it's not, we're not his enemies, but hey, he put it out there. He got exposed.
We ain't enemies, but we ain't brothers and equals.
Exactly. You know, but there's people out here that don't like the Israelites. They gonna make a laughing stock out of that man. And all the people are about to make a, and there's no coming back.
Yeah, now y'all gotta remember, this man, he ain't embarrassing us. We still out here standing in our manhood. He embarrassed himself and his camp.
He got kids too? All your kids they gonna know about that?
Yeah, a lot of times that's a cover-up, man. We have kids.
Yeah, they got a wife and kids to keep up appearances.
Let your woman get hooked up in the game. Like, that's crazy.
That's why the apostles and elders said no women at the camps, no women at the schools. Because a woman started all this. She put out that text that exposed this man. Now, had he not been dealing with this woman, it wouldn't have came out. But guess what? The Lord wanted it to come out to show the hypocrisy.
I'm trying to save my failing marriage. Like, nigga.
He trying to save his ass.
He trying to say, sometimes the marriage can't be saved, bro. Because she's asking you to play the bitch role. And you did it.
How he not? That's how you know you're not a real spiritual leader as far as this truth goes, because you would have been sitting the red flag. How you wait all the way up until she asked you to do something like that? The signs was always there when you first met her.
If you was a man of the Lord, you would have counseled her before that whole question came out her mouth. Let's experiment. Get out.
I got First Ezra.
When he got it out.
26, bro. First Ezra 4:26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred and sinned for women, man.
See that?
See that? See, scriptures is 100% spot on, man.
See, and he has became a servant for her sake. You go into woman, the definition of woman is pretty much a servant unto the man, right? The roles of a verse, you're a servant unto her. That's wicked. I want to get this in Titus 2 and verse 3. Classic scripture. The aged woman likewise, that they be behavior as become holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things. One second. There we go. Verse 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chasten, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that be the word of God be not blasphemed. And he did not seek after a woman in that type of spirit. And let's say she wasn't that type of spirit, you know, because people do bug out, right? You see her bug out. She talking about experimenting. Like the brother said, you should, hey, get out now.
Get out.
I ain't dealing with this shit, right? You clearly are bugged out. You drunk the wine, the Babylon behind my back. I need for you out my house, man.
Get out. I was just playing. I wasn't. Because you bold enough to ask me some shit like that, I'm gonna dip all in the good right now.
Yeah.
Get out. Give her a couple days to think about it. I bet she won't ask no shit like that.
That shit you shut down, man. You don't play around like that.
There ain't no game, it ain't funny to her real bad. Cause you gonna let that shit to bud, man. You gonna be like, yep, go, you gotta go.
Because she's testing the waters. She trying to see what she can get away with. You don't nip that shit in the bud, she gonna be getting away with more and more and more. Gradualism, that sneaky shit. She gonna ask you to do more and more shit. Y'all better nip that shit in the bud, man.
It's just like the trend they had on TikTok a couple years ago, where the woman, they was putting their bed up on the counter, grabbing them, looking them up. Hell no.
Get out.
That's gorilla right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a script right here. This one I'm looking for. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, whose hands are fetters. Who pleases Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. That's what happened to your gorilla. He got taken.
Deuteronomy 24:1, but you should have just got rid of her, bro.
Exactly. Get out.
When a man had taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he had found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand and send her out of his house.
Get out.
Get the hell out.
That's scripture. Get out. You take your sinful spirit with you. Nobody got time for that shit.
Because really, she was supposed to be put to death.
Exactly. Why you think we want to get out of Babylon? Because it's vexing to be here. It's vexing to be around these people who have no problem with sin.
Let's come on now. Let's keep it simple, man. You gorilla, right? You done made a name for yourself. I'm pretty sure behind the scenes you got women clamoring for you, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta tell the Israelites never talk about some type of nation ride fast for this thing. Man, fuck that.
You know what I'm saying? What they gonna do?
What you gotta fast for other man's sins for? He can fast for his own sins.
That's some other camp trying to tell GMS to forgive it. It's not up to forgive
How
it.
much more shot of niggas at?
We don't have the power to forgive sin. But we do have the power to call out hypocrisy.
Rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the soul destruction, right? You let that woman bring that Babylonian wine into your house, and then you started drinking that Babylonian wine, and then what happened? You allowed this place and its ways to destroy you, bro.
Get out, take that strap on with you.
I don't even think he was even really sorry for the sin that he committed from how much more shot. I think he was sorry for the fact that he got exposed to everybody. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Like you said yesterday on the phone, he wasn't worried about it when Yahushua was able to see him behind closed doors doing it. So why are you crying about it now?
When he got exposed. He had that tough ass nigga that everybody thought he was.
Come on, man. Anybody truly from the streets can see right through this guy. Because the number one rule is ain't nobody hard 24 hours a day.
And that's the spirit. I was just watching the video the other day. These dudes up in the jail. My brother gave a perfect example of how gorilla, he'd rather be with the Crips than with the Israelites. Because you go into the jail, apparently from the stories that I heard, everybody stick with each other, right? Muslims with Muslims, the Crips with the Crips, Bloods with the Bloods, and then you got
Aryans.
Aryans.
They think they Nazis. They're white supremacy shit.
Yeah. And then you got a couple, I was reading some of the comments. From people's testimonies, from being in prison, they say, they were able to stick to themselves and nothing happened to them, So, we pray to the Lord, whatever happens, the Lord take care of us, because the scriptures do speak of some of the men that's going to be put into prison, So we do pray to the Lord. You know, he keeps us in those days. You know, don't be surprised. The Lord give you spiritual power. An angel comes through and breaks you out of prison. It's nothing new in the sun. But pretty much from this video that I watched, which I may end up doing a video on, you know, these dudes that act all hard and stuff, these Crips, these Bloods, right? They up there being booty warriors, man. And him saying that statement, I'd rather be with the Crips, which means you'd rather stand with booty warriors, man. You know?
Yeah, you'd rather dwell with demons.
Yep. In this culture, they say, you know, it's hard. It's a good thing on your rap sheet for you to go to prison. Some jakes like, man, prison ain't nothing. I can't wait to go back to prison. Well, what happens? You got a little boyfriend up in there in the prison cell, man.
Lies, mentally, or somebody to penetrate, and they want to go back and do it again. Ain't nothing hard about getting something stuck up in your behind. Ain't nothing hard about that. So yeah, you're not a gangster, bro. You just like all these rappers. I promise you, your average rapper is gay. Anybody who's still trying to be a rapper, y'all crazy as hell. Because you asking to get sodomized.
I got a scripture for his ass. This is 1 Corinthians 6 and verse 9. It says, know ye not that the righteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the outward? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abuse of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the outward. I know there was a lot of that stuff going on that the scripture just read going on within y'all camp, man. I heard a video from a brother that was in, I think, Hollywood or something. He was talking about how the dude that was running the camp over there, he was asking brothers for money, you know, but he wasn't helping the brothers, the brotherhood or nothing like that. He was just using the money to spend on himself.
He was taking trips. He was extorting them dudes, man.
Saying he was going to pay them back, and he never did.
Oh, it was part of the tithe. No, it was part of the agreement that I give you this money, you're supposed to pay me back.
Yep.
And it come out that a whole bunch of the brothers were disgruntled and they were leaving, you know. You as a leader is supposed to be over your men, you know, take care of your brothers, make sure they in the spirit, make sure they're supposed to be doing, you know, you have an agreement, you're supposed to stick to that agreement. You know, the scriptures say, let brotherly love continue, just like I'm paraphrasing. That means he hated his brothers. Over there flaunting with his new Jordans, new chain on, new watch on. Your brother's looking at you sideways like, nigga, where's my money?
Yeah. You said one dude said he gave him money to fly to Atlanta. And the day he's supposed to pay him back, he didn't pay him back. Instead, he went shopping. So, yeah, you using brothers. I mean, all the Lord is doing is shining a light on this whole camp.
You telling me you really didn't know about that?
He knew it, he probably doing it himself.
Negroes and Hellcats. I'll show you what they about.
Yeah,
He wanted it to go on.
Matter of fact, they was over there selling shirts and tassels, fringes. And brothers were complaining to him like, hey, these fringes, these tassels, they cost too much. And he wasn't hearing it. And so from what I've seen, from what I heard from the video, you know, if there was other brothers that were selling them for a cheaper price, they would go to that channel and try to get that channel blocked.
I saw that.
You see how wicked that is?
And he sent some dudes to jump on one of the elders too.
Wow.
He sent some Crips in San Diego to one of the elders' camps. And the elder asked him, you got a question, brother? And he just stole him, hit him in the mouth. The elder got up off the ground, took his garment off, and put the flops on his ass.
Hey, shit.
But see, that the Lord is showing the true colors of these camps. And I can't wait to see what happens to Bishop Nate in Vocab. I can't wait to see what's going to happen to them. Because they've been scoffing, false accusing, lying on the scriptures, twisting scriptures, and basically trying to sow discord continually. So yeah, them two, they on the chopping block somewhere, I promise you.
General, you hate him. He always telling you to get jump shots.
Yeah, and all those people in his camp died. Just like he trying to blame the apostles for people looking at Israelite men with devious sexual tendencies. We didn't make that man do that. His woman did. Go get on her. But we don't care about y'all trying to put all this on GMS. We don't give a damn because we know it is y'all capable of lying. Y'all been lying all these years on the scriptures, so we know it ain't shit for y'all to lie on us.
That dude, General Yehuda, he said he basically told Israelites to get to see him too. He said, "How we gonna eat? You don't earn his ass, man." That's how you know you ain't a true servant of YASHAMIAHLA. The ancient prophets, the real man of the Lord would tell Jake to do something like that, man. They wouldn't tell Jake to go on. You're supposed to have faith.
He can eat off his monetized channel. That's how you gonna eat.
He don't need to go out and preach.
No, he don't. All he do is lie on us.
Dark ass shades. Man, think about it. You see your damn face like that.
That's part of his countenance, his spirit. He has a dark spirit.
That's weird, man. I always wearing shades too. I never understood that.
That's a dark spirit, man. He doesn't want to be discerned. So people cover their eyes so you can't look into their eyes. Your eyes are the windows to the soul. They don't want you looking at their dark secrets. They don't want to be read by somebody with strong spiritual discernment. That's why they cover their eyes. But we don't need your eyes to discern you. You get discerned by your lies. The lies that you tell. Your body movements, mannerisms, gestures, the energy you give off. We don't need to just look in your eyes, bro. There's so many ways to discern you. And you covering your eyes, that's basically confessing that you got something to hide.
Yeah, that's proving our point. The eyes are the windows to the soul. See that you bugged out. Matter of fact, this brother had brought out 1 Corinthians 6 and verse 9, and within that, it talks about infinitive. And I got it in the blue letter. Give me 1 second. Malakos for effeminate. And it says soft to the touch, effeminate. Here's one of the definitions of a boy kept for homosexual relationships with a man, of a man who submits his body to unnatural lewdness, a male prostitute. Now, I know it says a boy for a man, you know, but in this case, his woman had a man's spirit. His woman had a man's spirit.
He like them hard. He don't like the same thing. He like them hard. You gotta be messed up mentally if you want a woman with more masculine energy than you. You gotta be a disturbed spirit, man.
There's a lot of Jakes that do like this shit. I'm like, y'all fucking weird, man.
Y'all like drama. That's all these women bring. They like it when a woman is cussing them out constantly, embarrassing them constantly. We real men don't like that because it's embarrassing to have a woman with more testosterone than you. What does that make you look like? A bitch.
Buff ass. Hey, matter of fact, like, brother, I was out. I forgot where I was. I don't know if I was at the mall or somewhere, just out and about. This buff ass woman, man. She's just buff, bigger than me, man. What was this?
Man, she on that creatine.
Yeah, that's why I said she on that creatine, man. And then you look at her man, and her man is all sloppy, you know, all.
That pushed that wave out there a lot.
A lot of niggas got daddy issues. That's why they want their women to be like that. Oh, I have a father to raise me right and to guide me in the right direction. I want my woman to be my daddy. That's the gorilla.
He pushing it too, bro. He pushing these crazy. She want a crazy ass dude. Remember that song by MC Light called Roughneck? Yeah. She encouraging Jake to be a dumbass. Because if you be a dumbass, the women will like you. That's basically what that song's saying.
It's all video
see, that's anybody who participates in that survey and says shit like that, they are a product of Babylon. Because Isaiah 5:20, they make evil good and good evil.
There was a Eve rapper named, I think her name was Dochi or something. She said the biggest red flag when dating is dating a straight man.
See, they turn good evil, evil good. When the truth doesn't matter is a gay man is an abomination that's supposed to be put to death.
I got that scripture on that too. It's Leviticus 20 and 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lied with the woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So you get put to death as all you. You can't blame nobody else.
And that's a testament right there. What she just said, a straight man is a red flag, which means you're not a simp, you're not gay, you're not a beta male. I don't want nothing to do with you because I can't manipulate you, I can't control you, I can't have my way with you, I can't take advantage of you. That's why a straight man is a red flag. Because we ain't having that dumb shit.
Eve has the nerve to get on Jake about going to these women of these other nations that conduct themselves in a manner that Jake loves, man. Why are we going to these other women of these other nations? Because you got that manly spirit on them. Matter of fact, I showed you this picture earlier. Black moms ruin sons, which he looks kind of ruined himself now, taking a second look at the picture. He look like he got some tight short shorts on. But other than that, you know, coochie cookies. Well, why is he walking? Why is that cinnamon out? Because pretty much it's the truth for the most part. These women are out here raising their sons to be bitches, man. As a brother brought out a great example, man. When a man is in the household, we ain't playing that shit, man.
He's the foundation.
Yeah, he's a foundation. We ain't moving with that emotional spirit. We're moving logically, right? A man, an austere man, a man that is righteous, a man that is moving right in this right spirit just in general, is not going to deal with an emotional spirit, man. He going to look at his son like, hey, stop all that. Man up, right? Mama's going to try to grab him up. Don't do my baby. No, he got to man up. He got to learn now. If you don't get him in order now, which I've seen time and time again with these families out here, if you don't get on him now, it's going to be harder to break that spirit when he get older. That's why the scriptures are plain and clear. Raise up a child in the way that he should go, just roughly paraphrasing.
Right? I got it right here. It's in the Apocrypha. It's in the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 9. For the blessing of the father establishes the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. That's why single mothers destroy young men, young boys. Because there's no masculine energy, there's no source of masculine knowledge and wisdom in that house to teach that boy to grow into a man. So, if this young man, all he has is his single mother and his sisters, he's going to have feminine ways because that's all he sees. He's going to see how his mama reacts to stress and whatever situation life throws her way. And he's going to imitate that. Same thing with his sister. He's going to act in an emotional way versus approaching the problem logically with wisdom as a man should. So yeah, he's going to have a lot of feminine tendencies because he's going to be a product of imitating his sisters and his mama and how they react to situations. He's going to do it the same way.
Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands, man. That's going back to these women. You can't raise a man. You cannot raise a man. You're going to raise a wrong, feminine man. That's what you're going to raise. You're going to raise a beta male and not an alpha male. You know, even these women that, a lot of these basketball players, they was raised in single family homes like LeBron. It's one of the most seen in the NBA. Emotionally as hell, man.
You might be a beast physically, but emotionally, spiritually, we are feminine.
You see how you can see that?
Yeah. Look, talk about my son.
But you put your son in that position. So how you gonna get mad when people critique him, bro?
You have to expect that to happen.
You get critiqued. You ain't stepping to nobody. Like they say in the comment, you ain't stepping to no white man that was speaking on your son. But you were straight out the fucking Stephen A.
Yeah. It's
She a
all
bitch too, but
up in his face.
You want my son, bro?
And then just walked off like that.
He didn't say that bad for real. All he was saying is that the niggas not good enough to be in the league. And he didn't. I agree with him on that.
That he should be in the G League to hone his skills and to bring it back because he has good skills. He can play.
He got good tangibles, good skills, like the brother said. He just he should have stayed. My opinion, stayed because he had that little heart attack, and that's part of your fault for giving him the jump shot.
Yeah, heart attack?
Yeah. He's not even supposed to be drafted. He's not even supposed to be drafted. He got published.
How old is he?
Like 19. So, you know, he should have stayed a year in college, get built up, you know, put his numbers up, and then go to the draft. But you know, the situation, you know, have him get drafted now he's in the front page of scrutiny, you know, which he had a couple games in the G League, I admit, where he was balling, but it took him a little minute, which he should have stayed in college, and then it would have looked a lot better, you know.
Brian, on one hand, he said, well, he's a good son of a grown man. He can pick himself good.
Exactly.
Which Bronny ain't giving a fuck about what nobody's saying. He really just, like, he always watched him. He ain't worried about what nobody's saying because he ain't saying shit. That's all. He's his own man. Brian niggas just stay to the side and let that man take care of his business how he gonna take care of his business.
See, that's the thing. That feminine energy within a man is very hard to contain because they have to be seen. They have to be heard, just like an Eve. So then it's hard to contain, especially when you don't have any grace under fire. You don't have that built up. People can talk about me all day. Now all I'm gonna do is sit back and look at them like they crazy. Because you're not gonna trigger me. You're not gonna push my buttons. Anybody, that's a weak person if you can piss them off at the drop of a dime. My granddad used to tell us all the time, pick your battles.
Yeah.
Don't let your battles pick you. Just because somebody talking shit don't mean you gotta react.
Right.
Matter of fact,
He's a broken man.
right, you shitting on them by ignoring them. You're not worthy of a reaction.
Just show them with your actions. Just go out there and ball up. You know,
Exactly.
when it comes to us, you know, these people thinking with this guerrilla Hebrew situation, it has tainted the Israelites' name. No, he tainted him.
Yeah, he left a bad stain on him and the whole Sakari camp.
That shows how much you really don't believe if you believe this whole Israelite thing is gonna be dismantled just because of that one
By
nigga.
one nigga. Yeah.
No, it's just sifting going on.
Yeah.
And the elder brought it out like every time around the Passover, sifting. Y'all better be on y'all P's, Q's, brothers. Just keep it simple. Just do the work. Go to camp. Keep it simple, man. Keep all this dramatics out of your way. Keep all this worldly stuff out the way. Matter of fact, let me get this. Just do the work. Keep it simple.
While you get that, I'm gonna get this one. Proverbs 22, verse 15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. And you can even apply that according to the spirit. You know, us as grown men when we came into this truth. Right? You gotta get rebuked. You gotta make sure, like the brother said, keep it simple. Maybe take it further, as brothers even say, keep it simple, stupid.
Right.
You know?
That's the kismet.
You know? Hey, for real. You know? So you get corrected. We see how apostles and elders and brothers on down move. We move in that same spirit. You know, as long as it's righteous, we move in that same righteous spirit. You know, we're able to point out things, you know. If you got a woman in your life and she going off. She asking for some wicked ass stuff behind the scenes, man. You gotta
Get
cut her
out.
off, man. Get out.
Hell no. She never let them spirits live.
Yeah. Yeah, now look at you. You got them spirits jumping on you. If not, you had those spirits on you before then, you know? Or they're just being magnified now more than ever because you're being bugged out. Very out.
He would be hanging out with that Adam 22 dude. He'd be like his wife would be piped out behind her beard.
Hey, you see that?
So,
See that?
That nigga was wicked, man. I believe that dude's an ego right there. I mean, that's neither here nor there. The fact that you hang with him, that shows who you are.
That cool spirit.
It's wicked.
Watching your wife get banged out by another man.
Oh, that turns me on. You wicked, man.
It's crazy as hell. Who gets satisfaction when watching? Because you just don't know. You done lost your woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She going to bed thinking about him.
Yeah.
Thinking about your crazy ass. You sitting back there watching.
You wonder why she don't want to make your sandwich no more because she thinking about that nigga.
That's weird in itself.
Yes.
I got Romans 9:6. Not as though the word of God had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel, man. You know, and that's why a lot of brothers are getting sifted out of this thing as well, because a lot of brothers is, you know, teaching like they are really a part of this thing for real, man, but behind the scenes, they getting ran through, man.
Yeah, I think it probably, I ain't saying it's true, but he could have did more than that.
Now you standing there with a bootlegged cowboy stance, man.
Sit there.
He could have put his mouth on the rod or something.
Like,
Who knows?
he lives in the pool.
Yeah.
I forgot about that nigga, man.
Yeah. That's gorilla, allegedly. That's gorilla. The next day, cause they over there having conversations about numbing jail and all that. Like, why are you having that conversation? Yeah, numbing jail. Yeah.
This is the scripture I'm looking for. I'm telling y'all to keep it simple. Just do the word. Don't be worried about all this other stuff that's going on in the background. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4. No man that warreth entangled himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Fuck all this dumb shit, man. We on one mission. Feed the elect. The dumb shit, don't worry about it. And then the real reason I didn't want to do a video on this,
that's why I was pretty much yelling. Speaking a little louder.
That's safe, that's all.
But just the reason why I didn't do a video on Gorilla Hebrew, because I was listening to a whole bunch of videos all week about it. And to really, in order to do a video like that, you have to go into the history of One West. And I'm not, that water a little too deep for me. So I didn't want to take a chance on getting any of the facts incorrect. So I let the higher ups handle it because they know about it. They know the history of One West and how Gorilla Hebrew came about. And I didn't want to misinterpret or misconstrue any of those facts because, like I said, that water a little too deep for me because I wasn't around back then. So that's why I keep it simple. Feed the sheep.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I also was telling the brother about that, you know, it's about the spirit as well. You know, you may not know about the facts, but you can come on a different angle,
Right.
see the outcome of, you know, like I gave my example, you know, you exalt yourself, you say you chief high priest. The Lord said, you know, just, as the brother said, just keep it simple. Just do the work. When you do the work, then you're going to get praise. The Lord talks about that, you know, the Lord's going to give you praise. Don't exalt yourself in such a high position, and then you see what happens. The Lord gives you you start eating that chunk of that humble pie, man. You know, so that's another angle. You know, another angle I was telling the brother about. You know, wanting a dominating woman, wanting a quote unquote alpha woman, which a true alpha woman doesn't exist. Because when shit hits the fan, when Jacob's trouble pop off, they all gonna get in place. Right? So that's just another dynamic that you can look at it. So you don't have to go at him directly. Just look at what's the outcome. You know, what's happening right now. It just shows you how you should be moving through the spirit.
I did take a lesson from it though, in which all the elders, they said this, they expressed the same sentiment. And it's basically, stay humble.
Yeah.
Because it's like the old saying says, you can't fall out of bed if you're sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
Think about it versus sleeping in a bunk bed. When the Lord humbles you, that's one hell of a fall. See what I'm saying? And it's gonna hurt. So don't even put yourself up that high. If you got a pride problem, just to fall out the bunk later on down the road.
Best believe
If
it.
you got a pride problem, just sleep on the floor.
Yeah. I was about to say, especially when you claiming that you chief high priest. A chief high priest is not going to engage into those activities.
No.
He's not going to have his woman out here dogging him out, spiritually and literally. Come on, man.
No, that's not gonna happen to a man of the Lord.
Yeah.
But it'll happen to a 2/3 though.
Yeah. Now, we're not the judge or not. Only the Lord knows at the end of the day if he's of the elect, if he repents. But from optics, like I was talking to the brother the other day on the phone, optics and how it's moving, it's not looking good, Phil. It's looking like you are 2/3.
I got it. Like you said, we don't know.
This how you know, man. A man of the Lord would not even allow himself to be put in a position like this, to be accused of something like this.
Yeah.
The man of the Lord would told her to get out and take that with you. It's just that simple, but he entertained it. And then he's obviously selfish because he put his lust before the word, before the scriptures, and before his camp. He didn't analyze it. He didn't think it through. He didn't think, well, what type of repercussions this gonna have on me in the camp if this gets out.
Yeah.
He wasn't thinking.
He the chief priest, that's why he's thinking like that. All
That's how you know he's not a leader.
Yeah.
Because a real leader will put his men before he put himself. But no, he let this woman manipulate him and brought shame not only to himself, but all his camp members.
Because you gotta look at it. When a woman gets angry at you, if she's a wicked woman, she's gonna air out your laundry. She's gonna break your windows, bleach your clothes,
Stab your tires
out. And you personally sought out the women that pretty much had that spirit on them. From what I saw, right? Had that type of spirit on them. If they would get mad at you, they gonna air out your laundry and you ass at it on yourself.
Yeah, you brought that shit on yourself, bro.
I got Proverbs 31 for what you just said.
Yeah, speak up, Bob.
Proverbs 31 and 3 for what the brother just said, man. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings, man.
Bam.
And you see what happened to that brother, man. And like
Destroy.
he said, like bro said, you give all your ways and all your darkest secrets to a woman, man. And as soon as you get her pissed off, she's gonna put all that laundry on the clothesline for everybody to see it, man.
Yeah, everybody gonna see your skid marks and everything.
And she knew what she was doing was wicked, man.
Yeah, she knew. Eve gets great pleasure in destroying Jacob.
She would destroy too. Don't worry about it. She would destroy too. She had a part of you. I think she was in the right. She was in some way. She had a part of you. I don't think she is.
Eve got the same spirit as Esau. She would not rest until Jake is destroyed spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, across the board. That's what Eve wants. That's why she said a straight man is a red flag. Because she knows she can't do all that shit to a real man. A real man gonna tell her to kick rocks.
Integrity.
Exactly.
these women get a lot of brothers fucked up. A lot of men, y'all get a lot of men beat the hell out of and killed, man. I seen video. This lady, she was dealing with this Jake. She had, I guess they got into it. You know, I think she was trying to jack him up and he stole on her, whatever, however it happened. But she wanted to call her dad over there. Basically, she lied to the dad, played the victim card. Yeah. Daddy came over there, put their hands on the boyfriend, put him out. And like somebody said, the key thing in the comment section, now daddy got to watch his back.
Yeah.
Because you women put men in very bad situations because y'all play the victim. Y'all don't tell both sides of the story. Y'all tell your side and not how you provoke this man to bust your shit. Now you want to call your people to do something to this man. And if he don't kill this, they don't kill this man can come back and take one of your loved ones out. And why? Because of your scandalous ass.
Yeah, Eve cook up a story. If she want to see something happen to you, she will lie on you. To her big cousins, to her brothers, to the police. Just to have something, just to see something happen to you. And that pleases her. That's a wicked woman.
Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all remember that story that happened to that former NFL player. I don't know if y'all remember. I forget his name at the moment. But that exact same situation happened. Right? I guess she was going through his phone, which he's an NFL player. He's going to have more than one woman. Right? It comes with the territory. Some of them may be faithful and, you know, so Babylonian faithful, I should say. Right? Babylonian wine faithful.
Faithful on paper.
Yeah, on paper. Right? But he was talking to other women and she got mad. She started arguing with him. And eventually what happened, she lied to her brothers. And her brothers ran up and they started, you know, fighting. Started shooting up the shit, and he got his gun, and he firing up in the car. And pretty much at the end of the day, one of her brothers ended up dying. Why did that happen? Because of you lying about what transpired. You didn't tell him the whole story that you was over there hitting him, fighting him, trying to provoke him when he's trying to leave. Matter of fact, it's his house, and he was trying to leave, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or he was trying to kick you out. I forget which way, but either way, he was trying to de-escalate the situation.
It kind of reminded me of the Chris Brown and Rihanna situation. She was the one starting a lot of that shit. You know, when they was arguing and ended up beating her ass, it was her.
Yeah.
You know, egging it on, you know, cussing them out, you know, putting her hands on them, and then what you think? How do you think he's going to respond? He's going to eventually get mad up to where he's going to beat your ass. That's what happened. But he ended up getting penalized for it.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Going to jail, getting fired. Nothing happened to her. Except for their beat up ass face.
And then she ended up years later becoming a billionaire.
There's been many cases where Eve was the aggressor. But you know why Eve is the aggressor? Because she knows she can get away with it. She knows that Esau is going to side with her. All she got to do is turn on the waterworks, fake tears, in the Oscar-winning performance, Jake going in that back seat with handcuffs.
Hey, that's what happened to that football player, right? You know, being in jail for a year. This is how, you know, another reason why Esau Edom and his system got to go, right? Because you go into our system, our laws, all right, we gather up all the evidence, all right, who did this and did that, oh, you did this, according, hey, you committed this sin, all right, that's a sin unto death, just plain and simple. We don't keep this thing dragging on for years. That's what happens in Esau Edom's court system, dragging on for years, right? Well, this and this, I'm gonna have these people talking. That's just get it over with, man. You know,
it's making money.
Yeah, it's legal fees and stuff that goes into it. Yeah. You got to pay the lawyer for this case, and then the next case over. You know, it's a bunch of madness, man, that comes with this man's system. So pretty much with that football player, you know, he got off. You know, they heard his story. Eventually, he got off. He got freed. But if I'm not mistaken, nothing happened to this woman. Right?
That's why they feel empowered. Just like Esau. He's not in trouble as other men. Eve ain't either. Matter of fact, Eve taking a position higher than you Edomite women.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows that Edomite woman does not like Esau. So he going to his second best lapdog, Eve. She's most loyal to Esau than his own woman. The Edomite woman is more loyal to Jacob than it is to Esau. And vice versa. Eve is more loyal to Esau than her own man. It's fucked up, but that's how Esau made this world.
I see an actual customer as Trump chargers. That would have been dope, but what you do with that color scheme, that paint job, it's gone. Body work. It still needs a little more body work.
See, he didn't go to a shop. He went to the shade tree.
Yeah.
I know y'all heard of shade tree mechanics. You know, he went to the shade tree. All you gotta pay him is give him enough money for a six-pack. Just go get the bill for him. He'll do the work right there.
I've seen those conversions. They could be really, really dope. But you get more hillbilly.
See the stars and stripes?
Yeah. That's the Edomite right there.
They proud of their country.
Okay, go fight for it then. Because we ain't finna fight for y'all shit. Y'all tell us every day, all day, this is our country. We stole it fair and square. Okay, go fight for it then. Why should we fight when we will not have any of the fruits of the victory? Y'all ain't willing to share the spoils of war with us.
How do you steal something fair and square? That doesn't make sense.
Exactly,
Yeah,
because they
show-
don't believe in Manifest Destiny Part 2, but it believes in them. They're gonna find out.
They done showed you plenty of times throughout this history, Jake will go fight for you. And he comes back from war and he gets shitted on. He gets beaten up on. He gets no benefits. So what's the point?
Fight for a country. Fight for,
Yeah.
go off to a war, fight for a country just to come back and be discriminated against and hated the most when you just fought for this land. You just fought for this country.
People like trash when they come back.
Exactly.
Just in general, how much more Jake?
And it's still going on to this day because Trump right now is in the process of trying to erase all the black military heroes out of history.
See that?
And he wants an all Edomite military.
Oh, well,
You go ahead.
Go ahead.
We ain't finna fight for this bitch. It's not the Lord finna destroy it.
Hey, he must not remember his history, right? In the history books, which I remember when the elders bring it out, you know, Rome was getting their ass kicked for a little minute when it was all Edomites.
Right.
It wasn't until they brought on Jake and some of these other nations, that's when they started kicking ass again, right? So go ahead. Go ahead.
But see, Esau so stupid, he repeats his own history.
Yeah.
All Edomite military is the worst thing you could do. You're going to recruit a whole bunch of base men, just a whole bunch of default characters. With no strengths, no nothing, no attributes.
NPCs,
You know what I'm saying? You go ahead then. I hope that pride, because you're going to have to take more than pride with you to win this victory. It's going to take more than pride and talking shit.
Because the Lord gonna take away your blessing, man. You know, I've heard it time and time again. There's a couple of Edomites at my job. I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't play ball, I can't do this, I can't cook, but I can shoot a gun. Lord gonna take away your blessing, man.
Rod design. Run up on one of us with a gun. We're gonna make you break it down piece by piece, and you're gonna start eating. There you go. I know them full metal jackets ain't got no seasoning. Here you go. We're gonna make you eat it piece by piece.
I read the scripture in James 4:7. It says, "Submit yourselves therefore to Yahweh, resist the devil, and he will flee from you." That's all you gotta do, man. When you feel tempted, when you feel like something's bothering you, and all you gotta do is ignore that thing, man. You can't just pop off every time something bothers you. That you don't have control over your spirit if you do it.
Right.
You know?
It pisses them off more that you're not even reacting. because they're looking for a reaction. They're looking for a way to piss you off. They're looking for a way to make you mad when they want you mad. Grace under fire. Another thing I want to add to that. You Israelite men, if your woman trying to test the waters with you, trying to see how much she can get away with, nip it in the bud, then and there, so she won't try to try you no more in the future. That is, if you want a good woman, you have to be the example. You cannot stoop to her level of anger and reacting out of emotions. Somebody has to be the adult in the house. That's why the Lord made an order. The father, the son, the man, the woman, the child. Exactly. Somebody has to lead. You're not leading by going tit for tat with this woman. And if she try you, tell her to get out. Give her a couple days to think about it, and she ain't gonna try you no more.
Yeah, brothers have even given examples. Sometimes even if you get a woman in the truth, sometimes those are even the worst ones.
Yep.
I've heard it time again from brothers bringing that out.
Could they be putting on performance?
Yeah.
I got Ecclesiastes 36:24. He that getteth the wife getteth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. So you go to work out there, you come home and all you get is all in your ear. That's not a pillar of rest, man.
So get out.
Get rid of it, man. Get rid of it. That's not a pillar of rest, man.
They don't want that though. That's a red flag right there.
Sodomite spirit is Babylon, man. And the sodomite spirit is also an abomination in the eyes of the Lord. So how can you call yourself a man of the Lord when the Lord sees you as an abomination? We'll wait.
If I'm not mistaken, he stepped down.
Yeah, he stepped down because he knows that he cannot look his men in the eye again, ever again. He can never look the apostles in the eyes ever again. The elders, the brothers. He know he's done. He will not be respected.
Yeah, you can't step up to a man, act all hard, and then now all this comes out.
No.
And you still trying to act all hard? You hard?
You will not be respected, and nobody will take you seriously ever again. That's why he stepped down, because he knew it was pointless. Ain't nobody, because if he cut the wrong person, they're gonna bring out his dirty line. Put it right in his face. Ain't these your drawers? All in his face. It's done.
Brothers in the scriptures, they got destroyed as well, man.
Yeah.
Now these brothers got spiritually destroyed.
Spiritual. You're gonna need way more than lime juice and bleach to get this thing off, bro. It ain't coming off.
And if you look at it in a spiritual manner, those are probably the same brothers that joined Sakari coming back here.
The dagger men. They never followed YASHAMIAHLA. They were carnal, and they all died.
That's probably what they got
men.
from Assassin's Creed.
That's what I said yesterday, bro.
Those were the dagger men.
They was going in crowds, sneaking, attacking, and getting up out of there.
That's a bitch move. Sneak attack.
Yeah, that's why the Lord gave them a dishonorable death, because a lot of them end up committing suicide, which that's a dishonorable way to go. If you gotta go, then go honorably. You know, go down
brought
fighting.
that out too. He's like, he would not be surprised if some of those boys in Sakari commit suicide.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them were really true believers. But imagine one of our leaders that we respected dearly and greatly do something like that. You know how much that will break a man's spirit to see his leader do something like that. That'll break a man's faith. That will take a man out of the truth because he no longer believes. If the Lord can do that to one of his leaders, he ain't gonna believe in the positive power of the Lord. He's only gonna be looking toward the negative. So he wasn't thinking about the well-being of his men when he just made that choice to let this woman manipulate him. He didn't put his men first. He didn't put the word first. He didn't put the Lord first. And he did, he would have told that woman to get out.
That's why also, you know, you can look at it in another spiritual manner. That's why you gotta be spiritually rooted in this thing. Just in case anything happens, you know, somebody bugs out that's in the top position, you know, you still gotta be spiritually rooted. That's why it talks about that straight and narrow gate, you know, so wide that only one man can pass through. You gotta be accountable for your own self at the end of the day. And like the brother said, man, when you got brothers under you, the microscopes on you, man, you most definitely, you know, even if you're not an elder, man, right? There's people that watch your videos. You most definitely have to watch your spirit and how you conduct yourself. So I want to get this scripture. Any brother got a yeah, I got it right here, Proverbs 11 verse 14. Where no counsel is, the people fall. But in multitude of counselors, there is safety. So we believe wholeheartedly that the men of the great millstone are the true men of the Lord, because I've seen it time and time again. Me and the brothers was talking about it on the phone. Time and time again, anybody that comes up against them, they end up in the grave or being exposed, or all three, you know, whatever the Lord has in store for them. So there's true counsel within this world.
Examine yourselves daily whether you get the faith. We all got to do it.
Proverbs 18:12. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty. And that brother was on his pride, man. You know? And before honor is humility. So he got humbled down. You know what's going to happen after that? You see. You see.
This brother brought out, that's just through the text messages when these women exposed. Who knows what more wickedness that you can do behind the scenes if you was over there gobbling like a turkey. You know?
I don't put it past him.
I don't need it.
Look at what he doing now. I don't put it past him.
The sound, man.
I got this scripture. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. But in order for the Lord to put you in that situation, you have to take on responsibility on your end too, to not be caught doing no bullshit. So if you follow that, then your enemies ain't gonna have nothing on you. But you have to take the responsibility to say either yay or nay, I'm gonna do this is righteous, or no, this is wicked. If you follow it like that, your enemies ain't gonna have no dirty laundry to bring out on you.
I got a scripture that we always bring out, man. This is Sirach 10, in verse 2. Because you talk about how, like, you know, him being exposed, they can break a lot of people's faith. You know, a lot of people's gonna look at this like, was they all doing it? It may not have been the case, but that's what they're gonna think. They're gonna be like, well, I can't have it on my name, even though I didn't do it, I can take myself out. This is Sirach 10, in verse 2 says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of the man the ruler of the city is, such are all that the world therein. So, you know, who knows, man, how many more people in there was doing that? You know, I don't believe it was just him. I believe it was another man who was doing that. Maybe not every single person in the car, but
yeah, we say, you know, some of these brothers and sisters of these other camps, we believe that they have integrity, they're sincere. They may be of the elect. You know, we don't say all brothers and sisters and great men of the elect. We understand that eventually, you know, everybody, you know, that the Lord is deemed worthy to be of the elect. Some of us going to come from the other camps, they're going to be sincere, but, you know, the Lord's going to lead them to the true man, lead them to the truth. You know what I'm saying?
you being a specific Islam, that's a big problem.
Now, you got the elect amongst all camps, but you got 2/3 in all camps too.
All camps too.
So this might be one of those events to trigger the righteous of Sakari to come out of them.
Yeah.
I seen that video about them going into that gorilla Hebrew thing in the comments. One of the brothers from GMS actually said that a lot of Sakari members feel
times.
I mean, it's all the Lord's will. So, I mean, if that happens, that's a good thing, you know, because now you get true edification versus a whole bunch of gimmicks and lies. That's a good thing, you know.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, Gorilla, Deacon, and Assad, they had some type of falling out. Now, I don't know what it is. He said he still got love for him, but it sounded like something happened behind the scenes while he was with his woman, you know. I don't know. I ain't gonna say, you know, only they know. Maybe the Lord will expose it, you know, at the end of the day. But yeah.
The elder said he think it's got to be personal. Because if it was doctrine related, that could be resolved.
Yeah.
But spirits clashing, don't want to be around each other, that's personal.
Something happened.
Yeah.
I think the dude Hassan, I seen a video the other day, I think he said he was a video because he said it had nothing to do with the payment situation. There's some brothers that try to say that he knew about it, but he's like, I got to do with that, didn't know about it until y'all found out. That's what he said. So.
He probably trying to save your face. Save your face. I mean, that's the logical thing to do in a situation like this.
He said he knows.
Distance yourself from it. So you won't be a part of it.
But if you knew, oh man, if you knew and you were still doing videos for him, you were still in conversations with him, you wasn't rebuking. Yeah, that's not a good look.
But yeah, this is guilty.
We'll go ahead and close it out right there. Y'all want to decide our lesson. Our praises for the two. YAHWH, by ASSHUR, YAHSHAWAR, by ASSHUR, Crash, Manasseh Cubans, that shit's crazy, man.
I think he either tried to distance himself from it, or he saw the storm coming, and he jumped ship early.